Have you ever wondered if it's really possible to buy a bride for the price of a cow? Today, we're diving into a controversial and shocking topic that explores 15 countries where some claim you can do just that. But is it true, or just a myth fueled by harmful stereotypes? Stay tuned as we uncover the reality behind these outrageous claims and challenge the misconceptions about women, marriage, and cultural values around the world. 1. Thailand. Thailand is often romanticized for its exotic landscapes, rich cultural heritage, and the warmth of its people. The country is known for its tourism, which is a significant part of its economy. Unfortunately, along with the tourism industry, Thailand has also gained notoriety for its sex tourism. The idea of renting a wife or seeking companionship with a local woman is a controversial subject, often linked with stereotypes and misunderstandings about Thai culture. Many foreign men come to Thailand for relationships, some seeking genuine connections, while others might exploit vulnerable women due to economic disparities. This is a problematic aspect of tourism that overshadows the dignity and cultural richness of Thai women. 2. Vietnam. Vietnam is a country with a deep history and a strong cultural identity, shaped by centuries of resilience against foreign invasions and colonialism. The traditional values of family, respect for elders, and a strong sense of community are central to Vietnamese life. The idea of renting a wife in Vietnam is a gross misrepresentation of the country's values and the role of women in society. While there are cases where foreign men come to Vietnam seeking wives, often through matchmaking services, these are formal arrangements meant to establish long-term relationships and marriages, not temporary or transactional connections. 3. China. China is a vast country with a rich tapestry of cultures, languages, and histories. The traditional Chinese family structure has long been based on Confucian principles, which emphasized filial piety, respect for elders, and the importance of family. In recent years, China has faced significant gender imbalances due to the one-child policy and cultural preferences for male children. This has led to challenges in the marriage market, particularly in rural areas where there are fewer women of marriageable age. However, the notion of renting a wife is not a recognized or accepted practice in Chinese society. Instead, what exists are matchmaking services that help men find wives, often involving introductions to women from less developed regions or neighboring countries. 4. India. India is a country of immense diversity, with a complex social structure and a deep-rooted cultural heritage. Marriage is considered one of the most important institutions in Indian society, often involving elaborate rituals and ceremonies. The idea of renting a wife is not only foreign to Indian culture, but also deeply offensive to the values that uphold the sanctity of marriage. However, India does face significant social challenges, including gender imbalance due to practices like dowry and female infanticide, which have historically skewed the male-to-female ratio. This has led to difficulties in finding suitable marriage partners, particularly in rural areas. 5. Japan. Japan is a country where tradition and modernity coexist in a delicate balance. The institution of marriage in Japan is evolving, with increasing numbers of people delaying marriage or choosing not to marry at all, leading to societal concerns about declining birth rates. However, the idea of renting a wife in Japan is far from reality and is not a culturally accepted practice. What does exist are services where individuals can rent companions or family members for social events, which is a concept rooted more in Japan's unique social dynamics rather than a commodification of relationships. Japanese women are often stereotyped as being quiet, submissive, and dedicated to domestic roles. But this is an oversimplification that overlooks the complexities of their lives. While traditional gender roles are still prevalent, Japanese women are increasingly pursuing careers, higher education, and independence. The notion that they can be rented as wives is a harmful and reductive stereotype. In reality, the challenges faced by women in Japan include balancing work and family life, breaking through glass ceilings, and dealing with societal expectations. Marriage in Japan, like elsewhere, is seen as a serious and lifelong commitment, not a temporary arrangement that can be commodified. If you are enjoying, make sure to subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up. 6. Russia. Russia is a country with a rich cultural history, known for its literature, art, and strong national identity. Russian women are often portrayed in the West as being highly desirable for their beauty, but this simplistic view fails to capture the depth and complexity of Russian culture. The idea of renting a wife in Russia is a distortion of reality. While it's true that many foreign men seek Russian wives, often through matchmaking services, these are formal arrangements meant for long-term relationships and not for temporary companionship. The stereotype of the beautiful, submissive Russian woman is an oversimplification that ignores the strong, independent nature of many Russian women. They are not objects to be rented or purchased, but individuals with their own aspirations and goals. Russian women play significant roles in their families, workplaces, and society at large. The idea that they are available for rent is both inaccurate and disrespectful. Russian culture values family and marriage highly, and while economic hardships may lead some women to seek foreign partners, these relationships are based on mutual respect and the desire for a stable, lasting union, not temporary arrangements. 7. Ukraine. Ukraine, like Russia, has a long history and a strong cultural identity. In recent years, Ukraine has gained attention for its political struggles and economic challenges, which have had a significant impact on its population. Ukrainian women are often sought after by foreign men, particularly from Western countries, through dating and matchmaking services. However, the idea of renting a wife in Ukraine is a gross misrepresentation of the reality. Ukrainian women are not commodities to be rented or bought. They are individuals seeking stable and meaningful relationships, often in response to the difficulties faced in their own country. The portrayal of Ukrainian women as available for rent is both harmful and inaccurate. Ukrainian culture places a strong emphasis on family, and marriage is considered a serious commitment. While economic pressures may lead some women to seek foreign partners, these relationships are intended to be lasting and based on mutual respect. 8. Philippines. The Philippines is a country with a rich cultural heritage, deeply influenced by Spanish colonization and a strong sense of family and community. The idea of renting a wife in the Philippines is not only inaccurate, but also deeply disrespectful to the values and traditions of Filipino society. While there are cases where foreign men seek Filipino wives, often through online dating or matchmaking services, these relationships are intended to be long-term and based on mutual respect, not temporary arrangements. The notion of renting a wife is a harmful stereotype that overlooks the dignity and agency of Filipino women. 9. Colombia. Colombia is a country known for its vibrant culture, rich history, and strong family values. The idea of renting a wife in Colombia is a gross misrepresentation of the country's values and the role of women in society. While Colombian women are often sought after by foreign men for their beauty and warmth, these relationships are typically formed through dating and matchmaking services that aim for long-term, committed partnerships. The notion that Colombian women can be rented or bought is a harmful stereotype that reduces them to mere commodities, which is far from the reality of their lives. 10. Brazil. Brazil is a country known for its diverse culture, vibrant traditions, and strong sense of community. The idea of renting a wife in Brazil is a gross misrepresentation of the country's values and the role of women in society. While Brazilian women are often admired for their beauty and warmth, relationships in Brazil are based on mutual respect and love, not on temporary or transactional arrangements. The notion that Brazilian women can be rented or bought is a harmful stereotype that reduces them to mere commodities, which is far from the reality of their lives. Thanks for watching. If you found this video eye-opening, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more content that goes beyond the headlines. Don't forget to leave a comment below with your thoughts on this topic. Let's start a conversation that matters.